Chapter 4, Reflections. Leo! Mikey chirped happily and flung his arms around his big brother's neck as Leo blinked. Hey, Mikester. Leo looked around at each of his brothers in bewilderment. Did something happen? You're telling me you literally don't remember anything? Donnie's eyes narrowed as he scanned his twin's face for any signs of deception. Nothing. Not a feeling, an image, a scent, perhaps. I mean, I remember Rav coming in and then Leo frowned and thought, did I pass out or something? I guess your awesomeness was too great for me to behold, big guy, but by the way, where's your mask? Raph's lip trembled, and immediately Leo's face softened. Whoa, easy there, Rafi. What happened? If your chasm gets any bigger, it's gonna split right down your face. You went crazy again, Leo? Mikey whined. You just snapped. It was like you weren't even you. Wait, really? Leo hugged Mikey back, mindful of his injuries. It's okay, buddy. I'm not sure what happened, but am I bleeding? Leo started to look down at his wrist when Donnie hissed and flew forward, slapping a firm hand over the small injury. Leo yelped and looked up in surprise. Whoa there, Dontron, it's sensitive. Don't look, Donnie hissed as he lifted Leo's arm to drape over his shoulders. He started to help him up, careful to keep any blood out of view. For the love of Galileo, don't look at any injuries. Well, that's gonna be kind of hard. Leo chuckled weakly, a bit lightheaded from standing up. Right now I'm a canvas full of them. Then don't look down. Look at me, Donnie said impatiently. We gathered that for some reason you're triggered by the color red. Red? Why? Leo blinked. Red's a great color. For one thing, it's the color of the bananas on my handsome face. It's Raph's color, pepperoni, fruit, flowers, and pizza sauce, none of which you had in the prison dimension, Donnie pointed out. Leo flinched slightly at the memories associated with that name. Sigh. Look, my hypothesis is that in the brief time you were there, you disassociated and reverted back to primal instincts. Now that your animal DNA has had the forefront, your brain has accepted it as a thing that happens when you're triggered. Kind of like how Raph goes savage when he's left alone. Oh, right, Savage Raph, Leo chuckled. Good times, good times. This isn't a joke, nerdo, Donnie growled. Raph's flip can be traced to the separation anxiety of his turtle species. The alligator snapping turtle. You should not be acting feral out of reversion to your DNA. You should be tucking into your shell or something for protection, not actively attacking. Looks like my DNA has a little pepper, Leo teased. But it's nothing to worry about, right? I mean, so what if I don't like the color red anymore? Raph can go full-on baldy for a bit, and it'll probably go away in time. I mean, fear of red is stupid anyways. Erythrophobia, he corrected, and sighed when Leo gave him a look. Erythrophobia is the fear of the color red, often combined with hemophobia, which is the intense fear of blood. Okay, first off, it's completely weird you know that off the top of your head. Leo let Donnie help him crawl back into his cot, the soft shell still keeping a firm hand over his wrist. And second of all, fear of red is an actual thing? Jeez, the world these days. Well, suck it up, because now you are a part of said world's phobias, Donnie said irritatedly. And it does make sense, given that red is often associated with danger, embarrassment, toxic animals, and blood. It was a joke, Einstein, Leo grumbled. But what happens when I look in a mirror? The room went deathly silent as his words sunk in. All brothers' eyes flicked over to Leo's bright red eye crescents, realizing the weight of the situation. Mikey hesitantly spoke up. What if you wear your mask? The red still sticks out over the top, Donnie groaned. Great Galileo, I didn't even think about that. Maybe we could try to slowly integrate it amongst comforting senses. For instance, we surround Nardo with a familiar atmosphere and put a small mirror. Do we really want to risk that? Raph whimpered. What if we can't get him back again? Well, given our line of work, he can't stay scared of red forever, Donnie said impatiently. We fight crime on a weekly basis. But Leo won't be able to fight for a while, Raph pointed out, much to Leo's indignance. Maybe we can give him a bit of time to, adjust. Teach him he's safe. You mean you're gonna hide my pretty face forever? Leo whined. Let's just try and see. I know Donnie would love a chance to trank me again. He can have it ready. No! Came 3 unanimous exclamations, and Donnie sighed. You've been unconscious enough, Nardo. I'm not gonna trank you. So, what? Raph's gonna have to go maskless every time he sees me? Every time my bandages are changed, I gotta cover my eyes like we're playing hide and seek? No pizza with tomato sauce? Leo sighed dramatically. Just send me back to the prison dimension now, gentlemen. Nothing can be worse than fate. Silence. Leo looked around and nervously chuckled. Too soon? Way too soon, Donnie growled. What the shell, Nardo? How can you possibly think that's funny? Jeez, easy, Don. Leo defended. Fine, no prison dimension jokes. A fate worse than deaths? No death jokes from you. None, Donnie snapped. Not now, not ever. Leo, this isn't something to joke about, Mikey whimpered, crawling into the cot to curl up next to his big brother. You seriously could have died. Do you even know what that would do to us? Yeah, duh. Make you a better team with Raph back as the leader, Leo joked. Weak link gone, but you'd obviously lose your prettiest brother. Donnie's face flushed with rage. Nardo, I swear, if you say one more self-deprecating joke, I am going to... Donnie flung up his arms. Exasperated scowl. I can't even give you death threats at this point. Just shut your dum-dum pizza hole and understand that we care about you. Leo snapped his mouth shut, looking down at the quilt. Donnie was breathing heavily, face still furious. Mikey and Raph looked between them worriedly. Donnie sighed. Apologies for shouting, Nardo, but you can't just joke about stuff like this. Donnie looked away, fists clenched at his sides. You just flung yourself into a suicide mission without consulting any of us. I heard through a freaking radio that my twin was about to die, and there was absolutely nothing I could do about it. Tron, Leo started, but Donnie wasn't finished. Do you know what it felt like? Just hearing that you weren't ever coming back? No more missions, pizza nights, shared birthdays, video games, or turtle piles with you. Donnie looked up. So don't you ever dare joke about this? Don't you freaking dare. It's not funny. Sorry, Leo said quietly. Donnie turned away, clearly struggling to keep his emotions in check. Mikey went over to try to comfort him, and Donnie pulled him into a close hug without a word. Raph gave Leo a disappointed look before joining the little huddle, while the Slider swallowed hard, doubtful he could talk his way out of this one. Leo hated this. Not only was he being pitied by all his brothers, but he was also hurting them, left and right. Raph was the one that went savage, not him. He was supposed to be cool as a cucumber, not some ticking time bomb because of a stupid color. It was just dumb that he couldn't even see red or look in a freaking mirror, right? He could handle it. He was Leon. And maybe it would prove to them all that he was truly fine. Well, looks like you guys have got it handled in here, he said casually. I'm gonna go give you guys some space. Gotta go to the bathroom anyway. No one answered, but Donnie thrust a finger in the direction of a crutch leaning against the medical cart, and Leo was just grateful that he hadn't been hooked up to the IV yet. He had a bit before the medication and painkillers wore off, so he grabbed the crutch and began hobbling over to the bathroom. Raph called out a distant reminder to be careful, and Leo secretly rolled his eyes. He wasn't a baby, and he was about to show them all that. Feral? Yeah, right. Leo entered the restroom and shut the door behind him, taking a couple deep breaths to prepare himself. It would be fine. He would just take one look in the mirror while doing some breathing exercises, and his rebelling brain would see there was nothing to worry about. After all, if it was just a briefly learned trauma response, then surely it could be undone quickly. And Donnie could always trank him if things went south. Taking a deep breath, Leo finally raised his heterochromatic eyes to meet those in the mirror. There was a pause as Leo felt his chest tighten, grit his teeth, and forced his gaze to remain on his red crescents. He took a few calming breaths and smirked weakly. See? Absolutely nothing to worry about. Suddenly, Leo's vision was blurred, and he could feel himself swoon. And Gaichu slammed a closed fist into the mirror, shattering the glass. Hi! This is the first time I'm ever doing an end card-ish thing. I don't have art for it yet, so that's why it still looks the same. But anyways, sorry about all the cuts in this video and the weird background noises. That's because where I am, it's storming. And some of these words were hard. Abby Lauren, please stop putting long words that I have to search up the pronunciation of into your pod. And I can't even speak. That was hard. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this. I have no idea if I'll be doing this again. If I do, it will probably come with different art because I'm an art person. Have a good rest of your day or night, depending on your time zone. Bye.